Hi guys, it's me, Terri of the Yarnjoy podcast. Welcome to Vlogtober Day 4. Okay, so as a reminder, I am following tutorials from Happy Berry Crochet. That is Laura, and she had a series a while back that was called Yarn Scrap Fridays, and she's got, I saw that she had a lot of cute little mini projects, and I thought that I would feature one of her mini projects each day in this Vlogtober journey that I'm taking. Okay, so my mini project of the day is this strawberry. I think it turned out really cute. I like it. It even has little seeds. I made it with this red, what was it? Sport weight yarn. Yeah, and then the green up at the top is another one of my mandala gnome that I've been kind of sneaking pieces of colors out of. So that's what I did right there. That's where I got the green. And I did turn it into another backpack buddy. So that is my strawberry. That is my mini project of the day. Thank you, Laura of Happy Berry Crochet. I'm enjoying all of these little projects. And and I thank you for watching. I went over to Happy Berry Crochet's Facebook group, and I posted on her wall, or what do you call it, that I was attempting Vlogtober and that I was going to be using her tutorials featured each day. And so she came over and watched one of my videos and commented, and so I kind of fangirled about that. So thanks a lot, Laura. I appreciate you watching. And of course, I always appreciate everybody watching. Okay, so that was my mini project of the day, which is section 1 of my Vlogtober vlog of the day. So section 2 is the trivia questions. Okay, so first I'm going to tell you the answers from yesterday's trivia questions. The questions were, the first one was, by which name was Will Smith known during his early rap career? And the answer was The Fresh Prince. He later starred on the TV show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and that ran from 1990 to 1996. At the time, a few people would have predicted that the rapper would eventually be Oscar nominated, which, of course, he has been. Okay, so the next question is, what was the first video ever played on MTV? And the answer for that one is D, which is Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. And the comment on that says, at midnight on August the 1st, 1981, MTV launched with the airing of the MTV launched the airing of the music video of the Buggles' 1979 debut single. So there you go. Okay, and then the third question that I asked yesterday was, who famously said, that's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind? And of course the answer for that one was Neil Armstrong. Okay, Armstrong was the first man to walk on the moon. Later that year, Apollo 12 astronaut Pete Conrad, shortest member of his astronaut corps, landed on the moon, and he jumped down from his lunar module and said, whoopee! That may have been a small one for Neil, but it's a long one for me. Okay, so that was the answers to the 3 questions I gave yesterday. So here's the 3 new questions. Okay, let's see. Number 1. How many different dogs played the title role of the television show Lassie? Okay, let me make a note of which one that one is, so that way I'll remember to get the answers tomorrow. Okay, so the next one will be, Oh, here's one. Okay, Star Trek has had many incarnations on television, including 2017's Discovery series. Which run had the most episodes? Was it the original series? That would be A. B, The Next Generation. C, Deep Space Nine. D, Voyager. Or E, Enterprise. Okay, so which one had the most episodes? Okay, and then one more. Okay, here's an interesting one. I wouldn't know this one. I'd have to look it up, but it's interesting. What did the initials AA stand for in children's book author A.A. Milne's name? And of course, he wrote Winnie the Pooh. Okay, so was it Alan Alexander, Alex Axel, Abbott Alexander, or Albert Alphonse? Okay, so that's the 3 trivia questions for the day. Okay, so now the next section of today's vlog is the Q&A section. So looking at my laptop here, I'm going to read and answer a few more questions. Okay, so Sarah P asked me, do you ever get cramps in your hand when you crochet? If you do, what do you do about it? Okay, I don't usually get, well, usually what bothers me if I have trouble with it, it'll be in my wrist. And I think right in here, I think it's because the way I hold my yarn, let me get a piece of yarn here. Okay, I hold it like this, and but then I pinch it with my index finger and my thumb, and for some reason, doing this action right here sometimes bothers in here. Okay, now not the hook, my hook hand. I don't usually have that trouble. It's the other hand. Yeah. So usually, just what I do is I know that if I start and sometimes in my wrist. And so what I usually do is I just know that that means I need to take a break. And so if that's bothering me, it's usually if I'm trying to finish something and I've been crocheting like all day long. And so I just know that I need to take a break. And so that evening, or I try not, like, instead of crocheting more in the evening, I won't crochet anymore that day, and I'll try to rest it. And usually though, by the next day, if I do that and then rest it, of course, all night, and then usually after that, I'm good to go again. So I have had a couple of times where my wrist will kind of bother me for a few days, and I just know that I have to rest it for a few days. And anyway, let's see. So next question. Okay, so from Holly and Mistletoe, he or she is asking me, what project are you most proud of, and what makes it so memorable? Oh, wow. I think, well, 2 projects, I guess. Last year, that llama blanket that I made with the Pipsqueak yarn for the llama body, I was really proud of that, the way it turned out and the way it felt and the texture. And it was a pretty big project. It was the biggest project I have done with corner to corner. That was one piece. I mean, I've done like corner to corner squares, put them together, and then they turn out to be a big blanket. But that was the first one that was like a one single piece blanket that was very large. And so I was very proud. I was sick of working on it at the end, but I was very proud of it and how it turned out. So I would say that. But besides that, the baby mobile project that I did for my niece, I was really proud of that too, because I it had so many little parts, and I stuck with it and kept doing it, and just with the color changing and everything, and covering the styrofoam balls, different things. There was different things that I did in that project that was new to me, and getting the hanger and getting it all put together. I was real proud of it. Okay, So next question. Shannon Oliver, she asks, do you do any sewing, and if so, what type of sewing do you do? Okay, well, I learned to sew back in junior high, like 7th and 8th grade. That was back when they had homemaking. Well, maybe they do still have homemaking, we called it. I think then they started calling it home economics. But I took several years of it when I was in school, but I did take it in 7th grade and 8th grade and I think 9th grade. But anyway, we did little sewing projects, and that's where I learned how to sew. But then after that, I didn't do any more sewing for years. And then I got to where, I think it was right before I had my son, my first son, my first child, that I decided that I wanted to start sewing again. And so I sewed a few dresses for myself and skirts. And I even made shirts for him, my son. I'll have to I have a couple of shirts still that I had made for him, and he was around 2-3 years old, and I mean, they had the collars and the cuffs. I mean, it was like dress shirts, long sleeve, and then some short sleeve shirts, with the buttons and the buttonholes and everything. So I still have them around here somewhere, so if I can find them, I'll try to show you, everybody, sometime. But anyway, but now what I do, the only sewing I do now is if I have to mend something or making tote bags and project bags. I really like smaller type projects as far as sewing. I haven't done anything bigger than that, and I take sewing kind of by spurts. So I'll get in the mood to sew, and I'll sew, and then I'm done with it for a little bit, and then I think I feel like sewing, and I'll sew a little bit. So something like that. That's about it, really. Mainly just tote bags and project bags right now. Okay, next one. Let's see. If you wanted to supplement your income by making crocheted items, how would you start other than craft shows? And this is by Teresa's Treasures. Okay, so let's see. Well, I'm just now kind of supplementing income. Not really, but I mean, I'm kind of selling a few items now. I've never done craft shows, so I just do... if you've been watching my videos, you know, I've just been doing amigurumis here and there that people have asked me to make so they could give them as baby gifts and stuff. And so it usually just makes enough for me to be able to buy more yarn or buy, you know, more craft supplies or something. That's it, spending money. But I would say, though, if you didn't want to do if you didn't want to do craft shows, that really getting your products out there so people can see them, because I'll just post things that I make. I will post things on Facebook just because I'm proud of them and I want to show, you know, the things that I'm making, or on Instagram, and people will see the pictures and then they will contact me. Oh, do you sell your items? Could you make me this and that, you know? And you kind of get your first items that you sell that way. Now, if you have an inventory built up of things, then maybe you can open an Etsy shop or something. You know, I don't know. I'm not familiar with Etsy. I don't have an Etsy shop at the moment. Maybe in the future, I don't know. But anyway, that's what I would say. You just need to get your products seen, you know, your work seen, and then people will come to you. Okay. Let's see. Laura Kelly, she asked me, do you like to exercise? No. Oh, I'm terrible at that. Which is bad, I know, because, you know, I'm getting to the age that I really do need to, you know, stay flexible and with, you know, my legs and my leg strength and arm strength. And so I really need to do that. I need to set some sort of exercise goal or something for this next year. And then maybe you, my viewers and YouTube friends, will help me keep me accountable to it at least a little bit. But no, I don't like to exercise. Okay, so Rowan's Impressions asked me what was your first amigurumi, and now I'm gonna have to edit because I need to jump over and find it, and then I'll be right back. Of course, it'll just be a jump, and then you'll see. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I would say this is the first amigurumi that I can remember that I made. I don't have it, but I have the pattern still, so I'm going to show it. Okay, so a long time ago, I got this magazine. It might have been, I think maybe it was something I got in the mail, either that or I bought it. I don't know, but it was a magazine, and it says, it's called Crochet Patterns by Hirschner's, right here. And the date on it is July-August edition 1991. So that was quite a long time ago. Let's see, my older son was born in 1990 in August. And so he was right at 1 year old when I got this magazine. And he will be 30, well, next August. He's 29 right now. So anyway, but it has such a great article in here. I really like it. This woman, the one here on the cover, she makes these bears, or she did at that time. And see on the back, you can see all the different versions of these bears. And I thought it was so cute. And the article in here is really awesome. It's about this lady, and she would make things for, kind of like what Amber over at Ooh Ah Crochet does. Did the charity make-along she did for the school, where she would make these bears, and she would donate them, I think, to an area school, and the kids would could purchase the bears for like, I guess they earn points or something, like for good behavior and other things, good grades or whatever, and then they could go to this little store and they could purchase different things there at the school, and she would make these bears and she would donate them. Well, anyway, this bear pattern for the girl and the boy is in this magazine, and the article. And in fact, I need to read the article again. It's been a long time since I read it, but I remember it just really made an impact on me. And so anyway, so see, here's the boy bear. And then down here at the bottom, you can see the girl. And then she has, I think, a panda bear version. Anyway, the first one I made, I tried to make one look like Winnie the Pooh, you know, by changing the colors of the bears. Anyway, it was very sad. I used, I think, the hook that was very... well, it turned out okay, but my hook size was not good. I mean, it was too big, and so especially like right, because it's got a pattern where the little tummy sticks out. It's really cute, and you could see stuffing through the holes. In fact, you can on hers too. So I need to go back and I want to do these again, but I'm going to use I'm going to go down several hook sizes in order to have it where the stuffing won't show through. And of course, the way I sewed the arms and legs on, I think the arms and legs are all separate, and I was not good at sewing arms and legs on at that time, so it was pretty sad. But that just reminded me, thank you, Rowan's Impressions, and for reminding me about that, the amigurumi, because I'm going to go back and I'm going to make those again, because I always thought they were so cute. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody that's commenting on these videos and giving me so many wonderful questions to answer. And I definitely will go on and continue answering these, because there's some of them really interesting questions. Some of them really make me think. But I really am enjoying interacting with everybody. That's just, it's cool. And I just want to make a comment that on the comments, I'm reading all of your comments, and some of them I'm just hearting them, you know, doing the little heart. Some of them I try to answer, especially if it's a question that maybe I've already answered, and so I wasn't going to answer again on video because I already covered that. And so I will answer the comment and answer the question for that particular person. So if you get your comment answered in words, then that means that I already covered it in on camera in one of the videos, and so I didn't want to think you were I didn't want you to feel like you were being ignored, so I wanted to go ahead and answer your question. But like I said, I had already covered it in a video, so I didn't want to answer the question again on video for people that have already heard my answer, right? Okay, so I hope you understand that. And then of course your comments, if you don't leave a question, which is perfectly fine, then I will either heart them or I will just briefly tell you thanks. But of course I thank everybody. And I always try to answer all of my comments. It's just that I'm getting so many right now and I'm trying to keep track of which ones I answered the questions to. So if yours hasn't been hearted yet, it's because you have a unique question in there, and I'm going to answer it on video, and then I will heart it on the comments to help me keep track of which ones I answered and which one I didn't. So please keep comments coming. Okay, so I guess that's it for the day. Thank you for everybody that has been watching, and I know I've even had a few people that are doing these little mini projects with me. Where'd my strawberry go? Right there. And I really appreciate that. I think it's fun that we're all not all, but some of us are doing it together, so I'm enjoying myself. So okay, that's all for Vlogtober Day 4, and so we will see you again tomorrow for Vlogtober Day 5. Bye!